About a month since I've put any other videos up of the layout, so today I'm just going to show you where I'm up to with it, what I've added in, and just a couple of new ones that I've bought and have arrived here now. This is probably a new favourite of mine here, and yeah, I'll just show you a few other bits and pieces. Let's do a walk over everything first, just give you an idea. This section here was originally going to be a staging area, then I thought, oh, I'll just add another station at the same time. So you can see I've still got the staging tracks here, so I can fit about a 5 or 6 car bullet train here, and then the freight train I've just split for now and working out what I want to have on this section. Then I've got these Kia Kaya units here. I can park, well, 3 2-car sets here, because I've even isolated this section here, which you can see on the panel too. And yeah, this section or staging area that it originally was going to be, it's also, yeah, I can basically run it independently from everything. So if I want to shuffle everything around to get it ready before sending it onto the main line, which comes in here, then out through this tunnel, then onto the main. Then yeah, then up the top here, everything still connects, but the way I've just isolated everything here, I can basically run about 3 or 4 trains comfortably on the main line. Then I can run another 1 or 2 at once on the branch here, and then that runs all the way down to here. We've pretty much just added another station to it, and then eventually put some other like older Japanese style buildings throughout this area. And yeah, that still connects up to the main line, comes out this tunnel here, then back onto it. But like I said, I've done it this way so I can run multiple things at once with ease, and just adds a bit more fun to it. Bring out this unit now just to show you. So yep, still got everything going on the main line. Yep, gotta flick the switch for that. There we go. Right. And yeah, this station here was deliberately sort of kept short, only for 2-car sets. Oop. Yeah. And I'll just run that back up now. It's quite a sight when you get about 2 or 3 trains on the main line and one running above it. New additions, I've got the Kia 30 now, then the 48, and on this side I've got another one of the 48. Just, I don't know, I've always loved the look of these things, and then can run them as a 1, 2 or 4 car set. That's the best part about them, you can sort of mix and match them a bit. And with the stations, you're probably wondering why I've got some green and I've got one over here that's got an orange trimming to it, and over here this will have that blue. The reason for it, what I'm doing is sort of not copying or basing a station on an exact one, but say here this will be the blue, so it's one section of JR. I'd sort of model it how one of their stations would look. Then with the orange I'll sort of model it off how some of the JR Central stations look. And the green, I'm just trying to remember if that was JR East. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong there. I'll probably look it up after the video. And yeah, the reason for that, I just want to sort of have a theme station just for each sort of division of Japanese rail. Hence why I have the mix and collection of trains here too. So just keeps the interest. Just underneath, that'll also have that orange trimming as well once I do that. That's watching the 215 series come around now. Again, like I said, this is just a favourite, just a double deck design. Don't see a lot. I've seen a couple of them in Japan, but they usually got the single deck at each end. Then up the top, this other station that I added in. Next thing to do here, I wasn't planning on it originally, but I'm just going to add a passing loop here. So when I do run, say, two at once on the line, because of how it's isolated, I can run one from here, stop it on one track, while the other one comes up from that station, stops on the other side. They can pass each other, then keep going. So doing it this way, I'll pretty much then be able to run 6 at once on the whole layout comfortably. Yes, I know I can go DCC, which I had DCC years ago with the HO, but I've been having a lot more fun with the block system, which, yeah, it's an older way of doing it, but just seems to be a bit more fun to it. And just with this, my main reason for having the branch line, just being able to have it separate from everything when I want to, is I always like just having about 2 or 3 running in the background like this continuously. I mean, I'll usually do that with more of my express ones and trains like this here, something sort of going quick but not too quick, and that way with the branch line I can just sort of run that more hands on, and it's just sort of a slower pace to it, which I sort of like. And just on how I got the station set up, when I designed this, basically the main idea was, even though I've got these branch lines here, I've got these other sort of, I guess you could say, terminal tracks here, and on the other side now I've got this other station here which terminates here. The whole setup or design was so if you're going from the top here and you want to get either into here, or if you want to get over to the other side, the only way to really do it is to pass through the main station here in the centre. And yeah, hence why, yeah, even the tracks underneath here, I can't really see them, the two tracks at the back I've actually isolated so I can have either a 6-car set on each or 2 3-car sets. So I'm parked 2 on the one, but again, it's just that idea that everything's got to go through one main station to go from one area to the other, which is what we've done. And by doing that, it just makes it a bit more interesting. It's not just having everything on a loop, and it gets a bit repetitive after a while. And yeah. And just lastly, just a little bit of information to why I sort of created this scene here, and why I always just tend to take photographs of it a lot, even though I've still got a few bits to complete of it. Actually originally got the idea from this magazine I picked up on a train station in Tokyo in 2009, and that's sort of what started the interest in the Japanese, the hobby side of it. I've always had the model railways, but this is sort of what really triggered the interest of the Japanese end scale, was this layout here. Mind you, I bought the magazine. I do not actually speak any Japanese or can read any, but yeah, this is just what gave us the idea. And just sort of how that there's done, just with that cutaway with the concrete, and just this absolute chaotic set of just bridges and tunnels that just showed what could be done in a fairly small space, but you can get quite a lot into it, especially with the Japanese end scale. I hope this isn't a copyright or anything, but yeah, it's where the idea started, just from this layout here. It actually shows you the dimensions there, so 1820mm by 910. That's what this guy's managed to do with it. So yeah, that's where the idea for this scene here came from, especially this here. Just yeah, instead of just having a tunnel, thought I'd have a bit of a cutaway there, just so you can see a bit more of it, but still get the scenery in over the top of the track.